Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.
Club and Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners. ShredDesign.co. If you're looking for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, look no further than ShredDesign.co on Facebook. Europa Fencing, the place to go for all your rural fencing needs. Classic wheel spokes, Otway Hydro Blasting, make your old girl look new again. Plus, our newest partner, MX Inc. Do you want your bike to stand out in the crowd with custom graphics done by the best? Then contact Luca and the team at MX Inc. And last but not least, Clava, keeping you on track for longer. Now, onto the episode.
Well, here we are for another Clava Flat Track pod. Lift your chin up, Kelsey. And we've got the young Kelsey Jensen back on with us, which is great. Did I say Clava or Kelpie? Clava Flat Track pod, in case I said the wrong thing. And we've got Kelsey back on the pod, which is great. On her own this time. There is a sign behind her, which was a lovely birthday gift, which is actually turned off because it was stealing the show.
Right, didn't work.
No, it does. It
works very well, too well.
Too well, and it was just a big glowing rectangle. We also have Tom Northey with us all the way from New South Wales, Sydney, somewhere in the burbs, causing trouble. And he decided to take on some extra work, so we had to get this one rolling a bit earlier. And it may not go for too long, Kelsey, but we'll get all the important nitty-gritty out of the way and learn how you've been going. So how have you been going?
Pretty good, if I say so myself. I'm pretty happy. So
hey, what's the jumper you're wearing? Is that a KTM jumper? Oh, look at that. It's pretty fake.
Factory rider.
Yeah, right. So is there a new announcement that we're missing, is there?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I like the not yet part.
Yeah, keyword, not yet.
So
this was a present from Daniel for my birthday.
Nice. Yeah. So Daniel's your boyfriend for all those guys out there that are wishful thinking she's taken. So bad luck, suckers. Yeah, right. So birthday present, that was nice. Turned 18, can legally drink now, do burnouts in your what car have you got?
I bought a 2016 Vito.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the van.
Yeah.
I know all that. Yeah, I don't know why I asked that question.
So we've done it up
hey,
already.
no one else knows.
Nice.
Well,
hey?
All the listeners need to know what it is.
That's true, yeah.
We've put new wheels on and everything. It looks sick. So happy with it. Everyone looks at. I drive past people and they see this little blonde girl driving in a van. They're like, what the hell? Everyone just looks at me. I'm like, oh, guys.
So is it all decked out and comfortable to drive?
It's so nice to drive. So good.
Yeah. So how many bikes can you get in it?
Well, if we take all the seats out, probably about 2. But
yeah,
because it's got seats in the back, which is great because I can cart my friends and stuff around. But we just take the back seats is 2 and then 1. So we just take the single one out if we're just putting a bike in. But that's what we did for Bathurst. Just take one of the seats out and then goes at the back so that we can all sit in there, which is great.
Yeah, awesome. So and it went to Bathurst and back, no issues?
No issues at all, thank God. It's great.
Fantastic. Yeah, so shall we start there? Well, last time actually we spoke to you, you had Nick Berry next year. I think it was it the middle of last year, 2023? Was it that long ago?
Yeah, because that was around my birthday as well. It was about a year ago, actually.
Yeah. So there you go. And so you've achieved and done quite a bit since then. So where do you want to start?
So this time last year, I would have been happy with my result for 5th at Bathurst. And then compared to this year, was a 2nd at Bathurst, nearly a 1st. So.
Yeah. And how did that unfold? Almost nearly a 1st. What happened there to make it not a 1st?
Basically, I couldn't get a start all weekend. So I was just playing catch up the whole time. I had the times. I had the quickest lap time overall for women's all weekend. I had majority of the quickest lap times, and I was just playing catch up. And then the 3rd race, I, again, didn't get a great start, but I caught up and just went around the outside. And then I think it was maybe 1st or 2nd lap that I took the lead and then just held the lead and put a fair gap on 2nd place. So, and then last race, again, couldn't get a start and then came across the line with probably half a bike length in between us. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a bloody good turnaround though, 5th to 2nd, and yeah, we've been watching you all well since last year anyway, and you definitely have found that little bit extra and are placing a lot higher more regularly. So it's just a matter of time now, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky though because it's your last year of school. So what's the decision there? You're not going to travel as much this year, or?
This year, no. So we're going to Brisbane. What is that? Next weekend.
Next
So
weekend, yeah.
yeah, I'll see Tom up there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Sure will.
And then yeah, we'll do Vicks obviously, but we won't make it up to the other Aussies.
The dirt
So
track one.
yeah.
This one's track, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Kelsey. Yeah, you probably know too, Kelsey.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I am racing
Sorry.
it.
Yeah, I
What's
didn't
the
know
what's
too.
the name of the track again, Darcy? Just you got to remind me.
I think it's Mike Hatches, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah. Like
I
that.
actually
Yeah.
wouldn't know that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there you
Mick
go.
Doohan, and drill it into him, Kelsey. It's Mick Doohan Raceway. All right,
I'll do a
that's not
massive
Mike
post after
Hatches.
the event. Just get the name wrong again, just to roll everyone up one more time.
Yeah, so fantastic results there. Laurie was on the start Varg at the start of the meeting, but then did she finish? Was that practice or?
Only for practice, yeah. All the Starks, I believe, were overheating and then sort of
Yeah,
going
okay.
into like a limp mode or something.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, I found
Yeah.
that interesting. That's a shame for her, but she must have had a petrol back up there. So,
I think they had to go and get it. So I think
oh,
they met like halfway between Bathurst and Albury. I'm
oh,
pretty
right.
sure she said, yeah. So
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good though. That because she was up there and she got third overall. Is that right?
Yeah, she got third. Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Would have been disappointing to get bumped out. So, and were there any other new girls in there that you haven't raced before?
There could have been a couple, but like the majority of the girls sort of towards the front of the pack. So I think Chloe Ackerley from Mildura, she was in 4th pretty much.
Yeah.
She raced awesome all weekend. So it's always great to race with Chloe.
Yeah.
And then a few of the other girls. So yeah, there was a few names I hadn't seen before, but yeah, good. There was pretty much a full grid, I'm pretty sure. So that was awesome.
So that was Bathurst. That's the first sort of big one for 2024. But we'll go back into 2023 a bit because we haven't had you on since then.
Yeah.
You had a few great title meetings then as well. Do you want to talk about those?
I did. So Barley Ranch, so Aussie track titles. I think they were in August last year. I was blown away by how well I did, but I got second, and that was my first, Obviously, I'd gone to Bathurst, so Bathurst was only my second ever senior race meeting, and it was my first big one. So then that made Aussies like my second big race meeting, but it was my first like Aussie title or anything. So I was stoked to take away second.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that's in the women's as well. Were you racing any other classes?
Not at Aussies, no. And then later on last year, at the Aussies at Albury, I unfortunately got 4th because I stacked in my last race and couldn't get a start because my starts are just horrendous. My starts were good at Barley Ranch. They had forward falling gates, so I loved those. I was great on those, but my starts are so bad. I've really got to improve on them because I just play catch up for the whole race.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating, but it's also teaching you skills, and that's probably why you're getting up there,
Yeah.
And when
I've
you
got to
start getting your
chase so
starts,
hard. But it also sort of like shows me that my times are there because I'm catching up to these girls that are out the front that have got off the line.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
all my times are showing me that I'm, just as quick, if not quicker. Because Albury, I got a decent start in the last one and then just went up the inside and then led the whole race. Put another gap, but then I crashed the last lap, last corner, as you and my mum were standing there and saw.
Well, you were actually on the Claver YouTube channel. There is actually a video from Aubrey from the Aussie titles, and I'm pretty sure that's in there if anyone wants to go and check it out. It was disappointing, but again, another lesson learned. I think body language sort of said it all. You might have been a little bit tense or something. I'm not sure.
I think
Maybe
I was
you thought
just,
they were a bit
I
closer to you than they were,
yeah,
and
that was
you
it.
know,
I thought that she was right behind me, but she wasn't. She
yeah.
pushed my back. So
So yeah. Anyway, you won't do that again.
no,
I'm
I've
pretty
learnt
sure.
my lesson. I stuck it at Bathurst. You can hear in the video, Mum going, "Come on, Kels, come on, Kels, keep it upright." She was just so paranoid I was going to crash. I think many people were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it happened to everyone. I've even finished. I've done I can't remember his name, an All Black player that's scored a try on the 22 line. I actually finished a race a lap early once, thinking that I'd won, and then everyone went past me, and I go, still going race pace. Oh shit. But anyway, yeah, we all have those moments, but yeah, no, it was really good. And for the listeners overseas that are confused by you saying the Aussies at Aubrey and the Aussies at Barley Ranch, they're two different, same discipline, two different track types. So one's got a kidney bean or right hander in it, and one's an oval, so or a circle oval.
Just
I don't
doesn't
know.
have a right hander.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a
Says
right
left.
hander. Thank you. That's the way to explain it. Do you have any questions for Kelsey? Tom, up your under your hat.
No, not at the moment. Now I'm enjoying sitting back after last night's episode. So I'm just
Yes.
enjoying it.
So we had a podcast last night with Grant Charnock, and my internet was so bad, like it was just terrible, and I had to throw Tom under the bus and get him to take over and ask the questions, which he was not prepared for mentally. But now I know I can trust. Well, I trusted him anyway, but I can trust that he can handle it. You did a good job, mate.
It's
It's
just
hard
hard to
being.
ask your mates questions that you know the answers to without sounding like a knob, I guess. So it's
You
kind of
only, you only sound like a knob in your own head, and it only lasts a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then the head gets bigger and it goes away. It's all beautiful.
Yeah, so that was an outstanding year last year, Kelsey, and
Oh, also last year, sorry to cut you off, but
no,
big
you're right.
titles as
Do it all the
well.
time.
I got second in women's, and then I set a new lap time for the women's class at Broadford, which was
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
awesome,
yeah,
breaking that record, you know. So I got second in women's, and then after riding really badly on the 250 all day, I was ready to give it up. And Dad goes to me, "Just ride." He goes, "I don't care what you do, just ride it." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I practiced shits with him, went out, made it straight to the final. I can't remember if there was a rep charge or not. I think there was, but I made it to the final. And I was like, "Oh, I can't be bothered." Dad's like, "Just go." He's like, "Just let them all go." And then I got a good start. I was in front of, so I nearly had the whole shot, but Mick Cogdell just bet me into turn one, first corner. So, but I came in second, and then I had Nick right behind me, pushing me along, and then I had Robbie Rortman as well. So, two very quick boys behind me, and then Nick got in front of me, and then I just sort of stayed there, followed Nick, because my tear-offs were filthy, but I didn't want to slow down because I'm so unco, I can't rip them off, like
I'm a bit
without
like that.
slowing
Yeah.
down or being on the straight. So I'm just running around with filthy goggles, just following Nick's roost everywhere. And I had Ray Stevens behind me, whose roll-ons got stuck, so he couldn't see either. So he was trying to go past me, but he couldn't see either. And I was just following Nick. So it was great. I got third overall, which was awesome. Getting third
Oh,
against
well
some really, really quick guys.
Yep,
So
that's fantastic.
I
But,
think that meant more than the women's class, honestly. So
yeah, right.
Mm.
You're right. Mainly riding the 450 now. You're
yeah,
not
pretty
using the
much.
250 so much anymore, are you?
I'm still riding the 250. Now that we've fixed it, but yeah, they're just such great bikes. Like we've left them all stock, more so just for the reliability because can't afford to have anything go wrong at, big meetings. We just love,
Yeah.
they run perfectly and they're so quick, like stock at Bathurst. I was just astounded about how well it kept up the 450. I think also because I'm so light, I've got that advantage, but they're just such good bikes. Like.
And you also podium for the Kelpie Cup as well in the overall standings. which
Yes,
is
overall, and
fantastic.
I won one of them. I could have won the last one, but Robbie.
Yeah, there's also video footage of that on the
Yes.
Claver YouTube channel. Yeah,
And I reminded
disappointing,
Robbie of.
and I really would have loved to have you on the team this year, but keep riding and get more time on the 19s, and who never knows in the future what we're going to do. Unfortunately, I did call the development program this year because I've bitten off too much with the riders for the AFTN and with the Harley and everything, and it's sort of disappointing. But yeah, I do feel bad about it.
Yeah,
But
because instead you've got my boyfriend. He took my
Yeah,
got
spot.
your
I
boyfriend
was
on
going
the
to say,
team
so who's
instead.
replacing
So
you
that
in that
was
instead?
that was also a bit tricky, but I figured that more your problem to work through together than mine.
Yeah, he still
But
rubs it in. Don't worry.
but yeah, it's not because of your riding at all. I'm pretty sure you understand that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's so many great riders, and look,
And also this year being year 12 for me, I can't really afford to travel too much. Can't really miss school. Like for Brisbane, I'm going to school the whole day Friday. We're driving to Melbourne after school, flying to Brisbane, and then flying home Monday, just in case the Aussies, they run later on Sunday, so we can't really predict
so,
when they're going to finish.
so sorry, who's taking the bikes up?
So Dad and Adrian, Daniel's
Oh, yeah.
dad,
Yeah.
they're driving. I think they're leaving really, really early Thursday, and then they'll leave Monday morning as well. So they're doing the
Yeah.
drive because they can get time off work. But so Mum, Dan, and I are all flying up.
Yeah, cool. Sounds like a professional unit right there.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
factory.
sounds like a
Yeah,
pretty good gig to
that's
me.
awesome.
Shit.
I'd be doing lots of posts on your socials with that factory KTM top on and
Yeah.
posting your KTM bikes as much as you can and see if you can get them on board.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
we'll see.
Yeah, well, you're up there
Never
in the
know.
running. Oh, who was that? Did I hear some woman's voice in or something?
Mine.
Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're up there in the running to become the next women's Australian champion. I'm pretty confident with that. So, yeah, you're still getting plenty of riding in this year. You're just not going to be doing the traveling. Is that right?
Yeah. So hopefully
Yeah.
this year, go to a couple more tracks like in Victoria or
Yeah,
bit
Mildura. Have
closer.
you
Yeah,
done
Mildura.
Northwestern?
No,
Yeah.
not yet. I've been wanting to go. I nearly went to, not the last one, but the one before. I was nearly going to that, but I had work and I couldn't really, I couldn't afford to not work because 18 need to pay for fuel now. It's ridiculous. But I've got
just fuel,
responsibilities now.
rego,
Hate it.
yeah, those responsibilities. Yeah.
And then they had the next day, and their last race day was the day after my birthday. So I already had like other friends' birthdays and all this, and it was just a bit much to go that weekend. So didn't make it up there, but hopefully I'll be at the next one.
Yeah, awesome, man. And you've been a bit of an ambassador for the sport too. You've been getting in the local paper, and that's pretty cool. How did that all come about?
So one of Mum's friends said to us that, we should contact them or because they might be interested. And then I can't remember if we ended up contacting them or not. I think the guy got a wind of how well I was doing, something like that, and then actually reached out to us and, asked, do a story. So that was awesome. I was so nervous, but yeah, it was
Why were you
so
nervous? You just had to
Because-
stand there and pose for a picture, wouldn't it?
I know, no.
It's
Well,
not
because
like
he
coming
did the
on.
interview as well, and I was so nervous. I'm like,
It's not like you to be
coming on a
shy.
podcast. Yeah, come
Yeah,
on,
I
the
know.
podcast. We should be much more intimidating than the newspaper, surely.
No, I've met you.
Oh yeah, look at us.
Yeah, it's so scary.
Yeah, she's looking freaked out.
Is Kirsty in the background laughing? Could I hear her?
No, you can hear me. Is it like echoing or
It
something?
must be, yeah, it must be
She's
a
opening.
delay.
I'm watching her read a book right now.
I thought Kirsty would be standing there with little cards trying to tell you what to say.
What to
Flipping
say.
them, right? Yeah, exactly right.
She's being such a mother, isn't she? Reading in the
Watch your
corner.
P's
That's
and
what
Q's,
Catherine
would ya?
does.
Yeah, and she's putting up with one of the cats just over there annoying her, and then Dad's just sitting there. I can just see him watching and
where's
listening.
your new baby? Where's she? I thought she'd be in the mix.
Pippa! Oh, she's asleep. Pippa,
Not anymore.
come here. Not
Have you met
anymore.
her, Tom?
Hey.
Have you met her?
Oh,
Oh,
this is
sorry. Yes, I
Pippa.
have at Broadford. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. The thing was a million miles an hour and then it'd fall
For the
asleep.
listeners that can't see, Pippa is the Jensen's little kelpie. How old is she now?
6 months.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's snobbing us. Look.
Yeah, it's going, what the hell is this
Yeah,
business?
you go. I don't want to look at that, especially that bearded one.
Yeah, that narrows it down. Yeah, Wally.
Hey, well, I'm clean shaven. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
of course,
Yeah, oh,
that's
she's
for a
gorgeous.
Kiwi.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
she's
and
so
if,
shy. She's never
yeah, and
shy.
if no one knew, I mean, hence our old business name, Kelpie. Yeah, I'm a bit of a soft touch when it comes to Kelpies. We have three, so yeah, absolutely love them, and she still looks as gorgeous as the day I met her in the pits.
Got
Good
hiccups
rate.
now. She's got stage fright.
Oh, she definitely does. So, after telling us about all the achievements from last year and start of this year, any highlights like that? 250 race sounds like it was probably a highlight.
Oh,
Anything
definitely.
else?
So I think, but honestly, all the main events last year were a highlight for me, and Bathurst this year. So Bathurst last year, Aussies at Barley Ranch, not so much Aussies at Albury because they didn't really go the way I planned to, and I know I could have done much better, but you learn. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a learning curve for me. So Bathurst, Barley Ranch, the Vics, specifically 250s. And then Bathurst again this year. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And are you seeing an increase in female riders?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon
Which is
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, even just club days and things, we used to not really, like, when I was in juniors, I barely saw that many women. So, I feel like for Vixen, things like that, there's heaps more numbers than what there used to be.
Yeah, I think even at the club days, you're right. I think you're
Yeah.
getting at least 8 on a grid, aren't you? Most
Yeah,
of the
well,
time,
at
which is
Harley Club,
awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, which is fantastic. So hopefully we see that growing, and you being a role model, which is pretty cool. Seeing at the tracks, the young kids chasing you around, following you around. I'm sure there's some young girl riders in there
Oh,
too.
I've got
That
so many little fans and they're just adorable. I love them. They're so cute. Little
um,
Zach Salmon, especially.
yeah, I think you've got
Yeah.
about 44 potential boyfriends when they all
Daniel better watch out.
they've
Yeah,
got a bit of
no.
a crush on
So,
her. They chase around, yeah.
so Zach's on a little KTM 65. Such a natural talent. Such like so much talent for such a young kid. Like he's great. He's such a good kid. He's on a KTM. Dad's telling me, and a 50. He's correcting me. He's on
Yeah,
both. But now I don't know what I was saying. Thanks, Dad.
the other kids. Yeah, yeah. Zach was on a
Yeah.
50 and a 65.
Yeah. So it's great to watch. Like his improvement from like one of the first times I met him, I was watching him and he was just doing so well. And then recently he went up to, was it Barley Ranch or Forbes? Forbes, I think. I'm not 100% sure. And he did super well up there. Unfortunately, there was a bit of issues with protest or scrutiny or something, which I think I heard about it. I thought was absolutely ridiculous, but
Yeah.
just shows even at that age,
Yeah.
it's very competitive sport. But yeah, he's just such a good kid.
It's funny, isn't it? You don't really think about protests too much, but you do
No,
see them, and
no. When I heard, I was just like,
and most of them do seem ridiculous. Like most of
yeah,
the
and
ones
it's the
I've heard are
parents,
just
not
like,
the kids. The kids don't care. The parents are
yeah.
just.
Oh, even in the senior, the ones that I've heard what they've protested about, it's just like, really,
Yeah.
what you spent your money on that.
Yeah, I
But
know. We're like perfect. We've got everything so that we're like, try,
yeah,
try. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so competitive, but it's like in so many petty ways. I never realized what I was getting myself into when I started racing. I didn't think it'd be like this, but
well, it's because you've gotten better,
Yeah, well,
and
when you
because
get,
you're getting up the pointy end. So
I feel like also because I've improved so quickly. I've like this. I think I was 15 or 16 when I actually started racing, and 2 years later, I'm one of the quickest, probably at this point, one of the quickest. I think it really annoys people because I've done so well in such a short time. But can't please everyone, hey.
No, that's right. Yeah, and there's a few riders like you that come up through the ranks. Ty
Yeah.
Darkin's one. He's
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
really
Yeah,
quick, really quickly.
Ty's
He's
natural
going.
talent.
He's going awesome, and yeah, there's plenty others. Please don't be upset if I haven't mentioned your name, but yeah, just you guys come to my mind straight away for speed of
I
success, I
think
suppose.
Ty and I started around the same time as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think you did actually. Come to
yeah,
think
I'm
of it.
pretty sure.
So after year 12, what's the plan? Like, do you have one? You're not sure. You're just going to play life a bit, the game of life, and
Yeah,
see how it rolls. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure where I'm gonna be. Like what city or Bendigo, Melbourne, or
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, don't know.
Sydney.
We'll see.
Sydney.
Don't know. All my
She doesn't.
family's in Victoria, so
Yeah, she doesn't want to go and hang out with all the sidecar lunatics, mate. What are you? She wants to stay down here in
you
Victoria with the sane
specifically.
people.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, me
Oh.
specifically, yeah.
That was her saying it, not me. That was
No,
Kelsey saying
I'm
that. That was
joking. I'm
nasty.
joking.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we gave them a good. Well, actually, they gave me a good steer last night. They were getting into me because I couldn't talk back because I was frozen
Yeah,
most of
I was
the
giving him so much shit. It was fantastic.
time. Yeah, that
Grant's
one.
like, you're
Got
going to get
down a
sacked
little,
after
were
this.
ya?
I said, no, I'm going to get promoted.
Oh, I realised the t-shirt choice tonight. That's a good one. Lima half mile. What year is
Yeah,
that? Oh, 19, is it?
yeah, 2019, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I've got a Daytona one. Did you order that online or were you there then? No, you
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
was
been
lucky
there
enough
then.
to have a mate of mine to go over and watch the event, so he grabbed me a handful of them because I can't seem to find literally any of mine that I had
Oh,
from when I
okay.
was there. So I'm pretty
Yeah,
upset about
right.
that. But I think I've got 2 boxes I haven't unpacked, so I hope they're in there. I really hope they're in there.
So has that I'm guessing the next major goal with racing for you, Kelsey, will be to get the number 1 plate off Taylor.
Yeah.
Is that a
Well,
fair
just
comment?
not necessarily off it. I just want to get number one. That's just my
Yeah,
goal.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Well,
we all
I
want to
say
be
off
the
her.
best. Well,
Yeah, I
yeah, no, I
say
know
off
what
her
you mean.
because she's holding it.
Yeah. No, I think definitely next year my goal will definitely be number one. So, see where life takes me, see how things go. But this year, unfortunately, I just can't dedicate all my life to it like I
Yeah.
did last year. But next year, I'm hoping that I'll have heaps more opportunities.
Yeah.
Hopefully, whatever I choose to do next year doesn't take up too much of my time.
And any plans to get more time on the 19s and maybe do a bit of AFTN or
Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely want
this
to get back
this
out on
year or
them.
next year?
This year I definitely want to ride on them. Next year, hopefully, maybe, do a bit more.
Compete.
Maybe go to AFT, I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Are they
Is
holding a
it?
ladies class in that championship this year?
Yeah. What?
No, not this year. No, AFTN.
Oh, aren't
I'm
they? They did
I'm pretty
last year,
sure.
didn't they?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that
only
was only
4
for
girls
Gunnedah, wasn't it?
rocked up. Yeah, only
Oh.
4 girls rocked up. So I'm pretty sure they're not running the ladies this year.
Yeah.
But still can go in Clubman or the pro class and show them what you're made of. And yeah, it doesn't matter. And the more girls that do ride in either of the classes, even the twins class, I'm sure once Dave sees that the numbers are there, then they'll do a women's class without hesitation. But yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure I've got my facts right on that one. I apologise if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that because of the low numbers, and as a promoter, that's 100% sensible. You're not going to put it.
Yeah, I'm sure if he sees the commitment, if he sees 12 or so girls keen to do it, he'd be no
Yeah.
hesitation to throw
No
that
doubt,
class
yeah.
in. But Yeah, he's not going to put the money up.
So
if there's
yeah,
not.
I'm pretty sure not this year. But yeah, if there's enough female riders that keep nagging him, so knock on his door, send him a message and let him know that you do
What's
want
his
a
address,
women's
Darky?
class.
Come on, spit it out on mine.
I don't actually know his address. I can post his phone number everywhere and never have him talk to me again, I guess.
I'm sure
Exactly
he'd
right.
really appreciate that.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
be barred from every event he ever does.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure if enough people approach him, enough female riders approach him that and commit to going, that he'll make something happen. But at this stage, I believe it's Pro 450, Clubman, and Twins.
Yeah, and then
Pretty
your
sure
junior
that's what it
classes.
is. There is in the rules, which we still haven't done our rule podcast. There is a Pro 250 class as well, but and I think the women's
Oh,
might be
yeah.
in that as well. Actually, yeah, we'll have to go online and check that, dig that up, and go over it thoroughly and ask Dave a few questions, and then we'll do that. But yeah, so do you think? Have you had any thoughts about America, Kelsey?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah.
you'd like to go over there?
You'd
Or?
be crazy
Yeah,
not
I
to.
would. I
Yeah.
would. I feel like I'd do reasonably well over there.
Yeah.
And it'd just be great also. Like it'd be such a good experience, but just means I really need to get my head around 19s. I think
Yeah.
also I probably didn't have like we couldn't make them work 100%,
Yeah.
like super duper well. So we're just gonna have to work them out, make a few adjustments, but hopefully we can get them sorted, and then yeah, maybe in the long term America might happen.
Yeah, cool. I actually suggested to your dad, Rod, last year, build race train. So that's
Oh, was
totally
that with
different.
the
The Enfields,
yeah,
Royal Enfield program. I think
yeah,
that would be an awesome experience for you. And
yeah,
then you don't have to worry too much about the transition because it's not a 450. It's something
yeah,
totally different
it's
anyway.
completely,
So,
yeah.
but we know you can ride. It's just about that adaptability and getting used to it. But hopefully, when the Harley's done, you can have a spin on that and see what you think about a bigger bike. And
Oh God,
um,
okay.
Hey, me first. Come on.
I
Yes,
think there'll
Tom,
be
you can go first. That's fine.
That's
few
right.
people
I'll
want to
crash
have
it
a go on
first,
it.
and then when you get on it,
Yeah,
it
so
won't
no
feel
bad.
as
Then there'll be
bad.
no bad luck for me.
What do you mean, bad luck? No, we don't talk about that sort of stuff.
Nah,
Oh
no
well,
way.
everyone keeps telling me to, drop my helmet or scuff my goggles up. I'm like, no, like I
No.
don't. I've never done any of that, which people
You've
really judge me for. But I don't want to ruin my new stuff, so I've never have,
no
and
way,
I've been
no way. It's all
fine.
money.
I've
Yeah.
had luck so far, so
Yeah. Oh, look, you've had a couple stacks. I mean, you've had a few
I
good.
had one really bad one, but other than that,
Nothing too major.
yeah,
Bumps and bruises, but you've had get offs. So, and I
yeah.
mean, that's what
But
teaches
that
you to stay on.
happens. That's
Yeah,
just
that's
part
right.
of it.
Yeah.
It's not all smooth sailing.
No, well, you
Hey?
got to. I always say to everyone that we're training or that's learning that you've got to have those offs to know how to stay on. And
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
Huge
and I
learning
think
curve. My huge crash in Aubrey really like put me off a little bit, but also it really made me learn a lot.
yeah.
And just about how to handle, situations and things that happen. Shh, Pippa's barking at me. Well, she's huffing at me because I'm not giving her attention.
Oh, I thought that was your dad.
Yeah, you could probably shush him too.
Big sook.
So I'm guessing mum and dad are pretty proud of your achievements as well, and
I hope so.
think all the time and effort that's gone into it's been worth it.
Are you proud? Mum said absolutely.
They're a bit camera shy, aren't they? They're welcome to come on and,
Yeah,
and
he's-
say
Yeah,
good
he's
I
luck.
thought they would
Dad-
have been into it straight away.
Dad-
One either side.
I know they love Tom, so I thought having Tom on here this time might get them on.
Here he comes. He's bringing a chair in, so get ready.
Oh, sure.
It's locked and loaded.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. How
Big
you
fella,
going?
how are
Good.
you?
We thought we better get the major sponsor on and have a chat and see how you guys are going and what you think about Kelsey's achievements and
Oh, we're super proud of everything that she's done so far. Just trying to rein her in a bit, and this year was school and a license and a car, and it's all been a little bit overwhelming for mum and dad, but anyway, we
Got my license last Friday.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
So-
it's
thanks for Dad.
a lot
Yeah,
in the short
so just a
period,
bit of a
isn't
warning there. Everyone can hand theirs in. Um, no, she's actually pretty good. Yeah, so sort of plans for the future is I really don't know. We sort of just support what she wants to do. We learnt very quickly last year not to push her in too deep. She's sort of run at her own pace. We can't sort of force her to try anything.
We know she's
So-
a stubborn brat, so.
Oh,
You had to say, good luck doing
Big
that
time.
if you
Yeah,
try.
and,
Stubborn as him.
and the more
And
we
you-
push,
you
the
wouldn't
more that
want
we've
to
pushed
anyway,
the
yeah.
issues over the years, the worse that it's got. So, I used to push her to do every heat and every lap that she could until,
We'll try everything that
Yeah.
he wants to try.
and
Hmm.
I learned real quick how energy zapping it is when I went out and tried it myself. And I stand back and I shut my mouth now. She comes in and I say, "What do you need?" And we've been super lucky with the bikes that we've had. Super reliable machines. We've been really successful in setting them up. A lot of people chase setup constantly. We don't even check it. We roll it out of the trailer. We check the tire pressures.
That's it.
And that's it. And that's all we do. We never
Yeah.
touch anything. The bike's always super consistent. She knows exactly what it's going to do. And it's basically working out the surface. And at Bathurst, like you see the way she was coming into the corners, like come howling in and come howling back out the other side. And the bike just sits there. So
You see other wrestling with it. Mine's
we've
just
been sort of
Hmm.
really lucky with the setup. So yeah, we don't touch it, and she rides her own race. And yeah, I've had to learn to shut up and just give her what she wants. And not sort of push things down her throat. We can suggest things. And we've picked up a few little ideas and that, but yeah, we've just basically let her run a race and just tried to rein her in this year of not trying to do too much. A lot of people say we should be running Pro 450 and stuff like that, but we watched the other girls get tired. We stuck with one class. She went out, she was fit, she was happy, she was, on top of the world. And then to get a win at Bathurst was unbelievable. And then the last race, I lost my voice in the last race.
yeah. Everyone. So Daniel, Dad, Mum, Adrian, they all had like a croaky voice or a loss of
We couldn't have screamed
great.
any louder. I think
Yeah.
if decibels had made the bike go faster, we would have shot her out the end of the track. Just super, super, super proud. And Daniel also super proud of him. He's come a long way. And to come off a bike that he knows, really well, and to change over to the KDM and to see him at the last meeting, really dominate was because we were sort of thinking, oh, have we set him up on a bum steer? But no, he's got his head around it now and he's doing very well on it. And we're super proud of him.
Has he done a similar setup to you, Kelsey? Because you like your steering quite heavy, like you have a steering
hates
dampener,
it.
and yeah,
He hates
so
mine.
he's
He
got it
gets on
set
my
up different.
bike.
Yeah,
He gets on my bike and he turns the dampener off. He absolutely hates it. Whereas if like anytime I get on anyone's 450, the bars, like it just shakes
Yeah.
its head the whole way down the straight. I just can't
Mm.
ride them because I'm too light.
yeah.
So the
right.
dampener, I just shove it wherever I want to go. I really, really, really lose the front, and if I do, it's always my fault. Like
Yeah.
at Aubrey, that was my fault. I just came in too hot and I hit a slick spot, just washed out.
Mm.
So, but I love
Yeah, I
my
think
setup.
in that Aubrey one too, from watching that video quite a bit when I was editing, and that I think you you said it anyway before that you thought she was right behind you, and I
Yeah.
think you tensed your body up a bit,
Yeah,
and
no,
that
I
probably
did.
didn't help with the front end, and yeah, just washed out. But you see that quite a bit, especially more with at club days with new riders, and they
Mm.
actually get the jump on someone that they've never got the jump on. You can see the top half of their body go really tense,
Mm.
and they because they have all of a sudden they're going, I don't want this person to get
And
around
then
me.
they're determined to stay out in front, and it's just a shit show.
But actually, actually, what you've got to do is relax and just breathe and
Yeah,
carry on.
Don't think
Not
you
look
were
back.
bringing it back off that slick spot though.
Yeah, no, it was.
Oh yeah, she
Hudson
went pretty
also
quick.
in one of the next races, Hudson Collins. I was super lucky. Hutto hit it and
Yeah,
broke
he
his
hit that.
collarbone, I
He
think.
did
So
too. You're right.
Yeah, right.
it didn't just get me.
So
It had a few victims.
you can
Yeah,
see it
that's
on,
true.
you can see it when Kirsty was in the VIP tent up there.
Living it up. That's
My
how I
wife-
started
my
life
wife,
for
you
the
mean?
day.
When,
I'm
when-
never going
when-
to live that down, eh? Jesus
No,
Christ.
you're never going to live that down. Never, ever.
when she's all lick it up and that from the sponsor.
Yeah, and that was not my doing either. I may have been there, but it wasn't my influence.
No,
That's
you were,
fine.
you were.
Anyway, no, you can see it. It's real glassy. You can see the sun hitting it, and it's just glistening in the sun. You know, she just come into it, and that was it, and that was all, wasn't it?
But I learned,
You did.
and I
That's
had
it.
many people, like really good people,
Well,
high
right.
level.
Well, it broke the ice with a lot of people, didn't it?
Yeah, like high level, riders. Even some of the men, I got messages from these awesome men, like awesome riders, and it just, I'm like, oh, people did notice because they were saying, we noticed you. It's really put your name out there. You've done
Yeah.
well. You've come back in. You've had a moment, and then you'll find, you held your composure somewhat. Because I came back in crying. I was, heartbroken.
Oh,
But after
disappointing.
that,
Yeah,
I was fine. I'm
disappointing.
like, it is what it is. Everyone's done it.
But it also, what we did notice, it broke the ice
Yeah.
with a couple of people, and they come and approached her and told her how well she'd done and give her a big hug. And,
That really helped.
it really did. And, everyone's got their race face on, but, at the end of it,
We're all trying to do the same thing.
we didn't speak to who was next to us.
Shana.
Yeah, she was next to us. Didn't speak all day, and then Kelsey bins it, and she come across and give her a big hug, and
And then now every time,
and now we see them, and we always stop and chat because they broke the ice. We sort of didn't know what to make of them, and she come across, she broke the ice, and most people are really good. Their heart's in the right place. So
Yeah.
to have that was really encouraging. And, Kelsey's sort of fiercest competitors out there, Laurie come across, give her a hug and tell her how well she was doing. And, that goes a long way, so.
Oh, it
Yeah, we
does. Yeah,
definitely
no,
do,
that's-
mate. We definitely do.
Yeah.
It's good. It is like Kelsey was saying. It's earlier. How competitive it is. It's almost brutal sometimes. Like
Oh, it's
people want that
ridiculous.
win that badly.
I did not realize what I was getting myself into when I started this whole racing business. I've said that before and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Did not
And there's a
realize,
lot more to
I've
come
played
too.
sport. I've played sport really competitively, but this is like next level. But you know what? It's fun. I'm built for it. I'm tough. Doesn't really get to me. Unfortunately,
You are
people
built for
try,
it.
but doesn't get to me. So
No, that's exactly right.
There's something I've noticed with a lot of the real fast riders. Doesn't matter gender. Is their size. You look at like Tom Jane, he's a featherweight.
Jared Brook.
You're a bit of a featherweight. Jared, Grant Charnock, he's light as. So I think you're definitely in the right place.
yeah, got a bit of
And on the right
advantage.
machine.
Well,
You
I don't
do.
know about the right machine, but she can pedal a bike around.
Oh
Jeez,
no,
come
Tom,
on.
don't worry, I'm on the right machine.
A 450
Just the wrong
I was
colour.
referring to.
Tom,
You stick to your farm bike, mate.
Yeah.
That's right, mate. I'll stick to it. Don't you worry about it. We'll get you on a sidecar one day, Rod.
Yeah, I've got a big enough motor to pull me, mate.
Yeah, trust me, mate. We do. We definitely do. I'll take the one out of the ute and put it in there if I have to.
Just use your van one there. It's all good.
Oh,
I'll
yeah, well,
pay
I
to
hope
watch
if
you
the
two on
thing
a
runs.
sidecar together. I'll pay.
All right, done. You pay, we'll get him to do it.
Ready? No, Dad can't be swinging. He'll cramp up too much.
He's just got to hold. He's just got to sit there and hold on.
Still cramp up.
Yeah, that could be
He'll
interesting.
fall off. He'll just go. Oh.
Nah, he'll be right. He'll love it. He'll absolutely love it.
I think
So-
I'd rather be hanging onto the handlebars than
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we can
there with
organise
you,
that
right?
too. Next year
Yeah.
at the Bonanza, come down and have a ride.
Righto.
All right, we'll do that.
All right, we'll get one
Deal.
down there. You can have a go as well, Kelsey, if you want.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
I've been the tube when Dad's driving the boat. Don't think I want to. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's a little bit freaking different when you got him swinging off the front of it. You got no control.
Pass.
Well, you
Thanks.
twist the throttle, Kelsey, and I'll swing for you. How's that?
There
Yeah,
you go.
right. That's a bit better.
Yeah,
That's,
that's
a
all
bit
right.
better.
And
I've got
then we'll
no clue what I'm doing, but sure.
that's all right. Then we'll switch it up, and I'll twist the throttle, and you can swing for me.
Doesn't sound as appealing. Sorry.
See, Darcy, I told you
Oh,
I'd
come
start.
on.
I told you I'd start influencing people to get on sidecars. Even
Yeah,
you're
well,
talking
but-
about it now.
They are awesome. Well, I can talk about it all I want, but we all know the reality. Catherine's the boss. I've got no show.
Oh, he's the cop out now. Now he's running.
No, I really want to. Jason Blackshaw's 500. I'd love to have a go at that, but I would. I'm with Rod and Kelsey. I'd prefer to twist the throttle, I think, than be the passenger.
No, I don't know. I like them both the same. I like it. Yeah,
No,
just
but I
as
feel
equal.
like if I was a rider, I'd get too worried about my passenger. Like, I'd be just too paranoid and I would not want to be a swinger.
Your poor mother would have a heart attack.
Yeah, Mum would. Mum
That-
wouldn't cope.
There she is.
She know I'm in control. If anything happens, it's probably my fault. If anything happens when I'm on a sidecar, it might not be my fault. So,
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't
You're
think
both in it together.
no,
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
it.
do it.
That's it.
I
Either
trust people, but I don't trust them that much. I don't think.
either position, you have to trust the other, don't you? If the
I'd
swinger,
never get on a
100%.
sidecar with
Yeah, yeah.
Daniel. Never get on a sidecar with Daniel. Wouldn't trust him.
No.
yeah, well, I'll edit that bit out for you to save an argument. That's it.
No, keep it in there.
Thanks, Darcy.
We want as much hostility as possible.
Tom, you know there's no way I'm editing that out. Come on.
If
I'm just
anything,
being-
you'll make it
I'm
louder.
just being polite because we're face to face.
Yeah, that's right. She can swear at you and call you names.
Yeah, awesome.
Might
So
answer the phone call
as
once
a
you release
family,
it.
because we can hear you hiding behind there, Kirsty. As a
She's playing
family,
with the dog.
as a family, what's probably the best road trip you've had so far? Do you reckon?
Bathurst.
Not just results driven, like the whole experience of from packing up, going
Bali
there,
Ranch
coming
or-
back.
Bali
Yeah,
Ranch or
but-
Bathurst.
Bathurst and Barley Ranch should probably be.
I feel like
two of the best
Bathurst,
ones.
Bathurst, the
Come
atmosphere
on,
is
Kirsty,
just
grab a
completely
chair, get in
different.
front of the camera. Come
Oh,
on,
It
mate.
doesn't
do
work.
I
Get
have
into
to?
it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
that-
look at
that'll
you
do.
go.
I think honestly, Bathurst probably has one of the best atmospheres. Like you can't be in a
Yeah.
bad mood when you're there. Like it's just even with some of the negatives that happen, it is genuinely just such a great atmosphere, and everyone is just grateful to be there.
Yeah,
So-
it's really well run.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It's
so much effort is put in,
yeah.
and like I feel so bad for all the officials and all the hard work that went into it, because I know this year there was like a few issues with riding it, obviously, but the club, like, they just did a magnificent job.
Mm.
Everything was just great. They put on such a good event.
Yeah, and rider
So-
net's beyond anyone's control.
Riding
So
it is just
Yeah.
riding
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that was
yeah.
going to be my
Oh.
next comment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's just one of those things, and obviously I think I made the comment to them that it was clearly bigger than the Taylor Swift concert because
Yeah.
the whole site crashed. So but it just shows that people obviously really want to participate in it, and they were just waiting for those entries to open. So
It also shows that I think pretty much any long track event in Australia will go off like a frog in a sock.
yeah,
Yeah.
The riders love the long track.
Oh,
we
absolutely.
don't have enough of
It
them.
is genuinely-
yeah.
I can't decide whether Bathurst or Barley Ranch are my favourite tracks. I do absolutely like Bathurst is just next level, but I did really love Barley Ranch too. Something about it. I don't know why, I just loved it.
Yeah,
that
it'd be
open
awesome.
radius?
Sorry, Darcy, it'd be awesome. Like if we could get,
Showgrounds.
Bendigo showgrounds, and
It's the exact same as Bathurst, and the shed's literally like double, triple,
Yeah.
quadruple the
huge.
size. Like
Yeah.
the shed's probably like how many acres
it's you could have everyone
in the shed.
in the shed. Nothing going missing out of pits and stuff like that.
Maybe that's the next when
Yeah.
put that to him that
Yeah.
Bendigo needs to get behind, their
Does
up and coming talent.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that they were going to convert that or something for the games, weren't they? But now that's off the table. You might have a chance of getting something happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it
Be awesome.
was. I went there as a teenager and watched Australian titles there, and that was cars parked 3 deep on the fence. Thousands upon thousands of people, and it was
Complaining about the noise. None of
it was
the neighbours.
unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Like cars parked 3 deep around the arena, and all under lights, and it was fantastic. The lights are there. Everything's there.
there.
All we need is the fence and the air fence and up and racing. It'd be fantastic.
Pretty
Really
much
would.
our exact same size as Bathurst, pretty much.
What's that? 800 meters, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they
It's
use that
fairly large,
showground a
that
hell of a
too, is it?
lot though?
Sorry.
Do they use that showground a hell of a lot though?
They use for horse,
So
just but not even like racing, like just.
there was the speedway there. There was
cars.
for cars and that, but then
Yeah.
the fences just didn't meet requirements, and everything got pulled down. And
Now they just use it for like show jumping.
Yeah. No, I was just asking because 2 years ago when the Aussie long track titles were at Forbes, they were meant to be at Gundah Showground. And the issue was, I think it was the committee or the showground committee said something along with how much it's going to cost to do whatever they need to do to get it race ready and then to get it back to where it was before. And I think it might have been the show jumping community or the horsey community in general. And I know that motorbikes and horsey people butt heads all the time, but I was kind of interested to see if it was the same sort of scenario down there with them.
Pretty much.
I'd say
It's
it would
our
be,
showground. We don't want your dirty motorbikes here.
But it would also be the neighbours as well, but it's just.
Yeah, but they have Groove in the Moo, which is one of the big music festivals.
Yeah,
definitely,
every single year that runs until 11, 12 o'clock
so
at
it's still a
night.
noise factor.
The exact same
Yeah.
at the same place, so it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They can just give the residents free passes to come watch the racing, and then
that's
nothing
definitely a
to
good
lose.
incentive.
I'm sure there'd be plenty of people that would be down there willing to help. Like if we were successful, we'd probably be there most nights, getting it ready to try to help out as much as we could.
And I think that would actually then potentially get a lot more people that would be interested in joining dirt track. So
for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of motocross riders, and quite often they come along and they give it a go and
they love it.
That it's pretty good.
I think it's probably a similar scenario to like what Wade said about Bathurst, and it'd be the logistics of putting the right soil and the right fence and that and the cost, and then the committee would want something in return. They'd probably want to make a profit too out of it somehow or whatever.
Yeah.
But now I think before with the Commonwealth Games thing on the table, you had no show. I think now the table's turned a little bit, and there could be a window there now. We'll have to talk about it and see what can happen. Always looking for new venues. It's good to see. You probably saw that Myrtleford must be getting close again. They're asking for members and that, so I'm pretty sure Mount Beauty comes along with that as well. That'd be awesome to have those places up and running again. I never got to run Mount Beauty, did you?
No.
Yeah, so that would be interesting. Everyone keeps telling me that'd be a good 19s track. It actually used to be an old oil track, so it'd be good to get out there again. But I don't know if you know, Tom, they went to AMA, the other affiliation.
Oh,
And then that got shut down. So now they've gone through all the licensing stuff again.
Yeah, to jump through the hoops.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're at with it, but they must be getting close if he's calling for
Yeah, I
members.
think they
So
are.
actually, Glenn could be a good one to get on the pod, couldn't he? Fill us in about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now you've been living in the sport for a couple of years. What do you guys think about dirt track in Australia? Room for improvement? What would you like to see happen?
At a club level, me myself, a few more age groups.
Yeah, especially in higher ranked,
You've got
Eights.
a few young blokes, that have turned 35 and they ain't slowing down. So maybe that. Bit more fun, like the buckets. We seem to have had a lot of old bikes coming out of sheds, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And the winner of the buckets class on a CT 125.
Yeah, right.
So, that's fantastic. And, good on Ben for, dragging a bike out, pulling the bars off it and the shovel holder off it and putting a muffler on it and set of tyres and away he's gone and, and took the meeting, which was fantastic. So we had two CT 125s. I can't remember who the other guy was, but, they were out there. They're out there having a ball, and they're not as quick as everyone else, but they're racing.
Yeah.
They couldn't. They
take it just as seriously.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Right
You
on
should
the
have seen
back.
at Gunnedah, they had a postie class at the 100th year celebration. And then you saw Wixie, Cooper Williams, and Jordan Doll just tucked in behind the bars and one
Yeah.
arm, and these things were. I'm thinking it's gonna fall apart before you get to the end of the straight, and then you see him just pitching it in. And, I'm like, man, I wish I had a freaking postie. I'd be straight into the concrete wall.
I
just not
can't.
being able to
I'm
shut off.
disgusted. I can't believe you say that it's going to fall apart. It's already done 15 years postal service.
No,
Just
just the way
they're the
things
most
just. I don't think the
most
wheels are
maintained
balanced or anything like that.
motorcycles in
Shaking
Australia, Tom.
like a haunted shit house. Like it just is funny. You see them all decked out. They're just full tucking like that, just looking over the top of it like this. It's I want to have a go at that for sure. I reckon that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I like some of the mods that they do with the tanks, and they put a bar across between the seat where your feet can go through. They put a bar across and put like a pit bite tank and stuff on them and some plastics, and yeah, they look pretty cool. Yeah.
XR tanks. XR
Are they
tanks.
XR tanks? Are they?
Yeah, okay.
XR 200, 250 tanks. On sitting on that bar that you were saying, Darcy, and I think I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. There was 8 blokes across the Simpsons on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they're a capable machine. Yeah.
They're pretty iconic, the old posties. So
that's the sort of stuff we rode around sand dunes and that back in Christchurch. Old step throughs and little Suzuki 70s and stuff that was so not made for that. And yeah, you had sore knackers afterwards because there's no suspension in that, but a lot of fun. And I think, like you were saying about going back to the question, really that's the heart of racing, isn't it? Is enjoying it. There's becoming 2 worlds now that in Australia there is that more competitive side. But so seeing the fun side promoted is one thing you'd like to see more of.
Also, definitely more long track events.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. I mean, aside from Bathurst, it'd be great to see more. Like, I never made it to Oyen, but the boys just raved about it. So
I still have dreams about Oyen. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing too, just having more locations that you can actually race at as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully Port Perry's going to come to the foreground soon. They reckon they're ready to do RPA days and stuff, which are ride days. So that'd be great. It's still 10 hours from here, but it's a 10-hour drive that I wouldn't blink an eye at doing. I'd go, no worries. It looks like an awesome track. So,
Are they doing Owen again this year?
Don't know.
Oh, right, okay.
Haven't heard anything about it anyway.
Yeah, right, okay. Well, they got a decent turnout last year, though, didn't they?
Not last year, the year before.
Oh, the year before. Sorry, it was the year before, yeah.
So I was hoping they did one last year and then they didn't, and I'm just hoping they do one this year.
Yeah.
Because long track is just unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
so good, so much fun.
What
So
time of
that-
the year was that one? Was that mid-year or?
No, wasn't it like October, November-ish?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was late 2022.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
think.
what is it that you love about the long tracks? You can knit a pair of socks while you're going through the corners. That you've just got that much time, is it?
Just because they're so fast. I just
Yeah.
love it. Like
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
come into the corner and pretty much just either still have it in fifth or hold it pinned in fourth. Or at least at Bathurst, just hold it pinned in fourth for me. Just awesome. I loved it so much. And I kept rubbing it into Daniel because I was getting very similar. I think I got my best lap time was quicker than his, so I kept rubbing that in. He gets to rub things into me, so that was mine to rub into him.
And
yeah.
now we're pretty open about your guys' relationship. At first, it was sort of kept a bit hush hush, but
Oh, that was him.
How do you guys go racing against each other? It can't be that easy. There must be some tense times sometimes.
We don't really.
No, not really, honestly.
Oh, that's
We're
good. Yeah.
pretty fine. I think the only real thing was obviously Kelpie Cup.
Yeah.
Because
One
he got
point.
missed
Yeah.
out by 1
Yeah.
point. But, obviously not much you can do about that. And I sort of, like if we race against each other, which we don't that often, to be honest, because I don't really tend to race in like Pro 450, Pro Open and A grade, which are his classes. So we don't race that much, but we'll joke around with each other, but don't take it that seriously. Like if I beat him, he won't be happy for me, but he will. Like he secretly will, but he's not going to tell me that I did well. But like we just joke about it, so it's a pretty relaxed, laid back, just joking type of relationship. It's nothing's too serious when it comes to racing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good.
But
Yeah, I've never had that issue with a partner racing, so I was sort of curious about that. I mean, when you went around me, I was dirty on you for months. That's why I didn't ring you. But
that's why I won't race against her. I'll just stay away.
That day's always going to come, isn't it? It's no avoiding it, is it, Rod?
No.
he was the same.
Yeah, I know. That's why he pulls monos and does a mono around the whole
Well,
Yeah,
track.
that's his excuse. That's the one thing
That's
he
his
can do that
specialty.
better than me.
Yeah, I wasn't
So
taking it seriously, I swear.
There's no point in trying to catch her. Like I was on the 450 and I come out of the corner and I just hear it coming and I knew exactly who it was. And there it goes, orange gone, pink, orange and pink gone.
Little
and I'm
pink
wringing
glare.
the 450's neck and and now I just donated it to the better cause. So
thanks, Dad.
And so I'm guessing that you'd probably be quite happy that it's going to be a slightly quieter year this year. Recoup on the finances a little bit maybe and plan for years ahead.
No, not when you're paying $1,000 for 3 tires.
Yeah, tires are.
So
Yeah.
we managed to find tires, so we grabbed them. Everyone's sort of scrambling for tires for these big events and that, and we've got tires there that we can flip, but unfortunately the world that we race in, all the arrows have got to be pointing the right way or someone might jump up and down.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 or 5 tires there that we can flip, but we can use them at Broadford, but we can't use them at a title meeting or else.
So what are people protesting about you using tyres the opposite direction?
Yeah.
It's something that can be protested.
Wow,
Yeah.
right,
If they're
okay. Geez,
directional
Darcy, whip that rule
tyres-
book out, mate. I'm well
Yeah.
behind the 8 ball. I'd flip them, turn them inside out, back
Yeah.
to front, upside down. I don't give a shit.
And we would, but we've
So
got tires there that we can put on the other bikes. And flip them. We can run them at Broadford. No one's going to be.
But you gotta play it a little bit smarter at title events now. So.
And this is and
That's at the highest level, so yeah.
And
Yeah,
this,
that's
and
true,
this
that's
is why this is why a completely stock bike. What are you going to protest? You're going to protest the manufacturer?
Yeah, that's right. The pro circuit
So-
grips you got on there.
And in the
Barons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you still
I'm
tune?
99% confident that in the rule book it's a universal tire. So if the Michelin had universal written on it, you could flip it, but it doesn't.
No,
Because
well, it
they're
doesn't, and
directional, are
it's got directional arrows on it.
Yeah, so
So
you're stuffed. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
run it that way.
you know, and everyone flips them, but
Yeah.
for any
It
big
only
weddings,
takes that. It only takes that. And you know, it's a tough one because if you bet them, you bet them, and it's still the same tire.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
can
but,
understand
you know.
too, if it's breaking the rule, it's breaking the rule. That's
Yeah.
written
they?
in there.
Imagine
That's
winning an
right.
Aussie title and
It's
getting
very-
protested because your tire was on the opposite way, and they've got that scripture. I think I would lose my shit. But
Yeah,
yes,
but,
that's
you know,
it's good
but
that
it's-
that's
it's
playing
there-
by the
it's there.
rules.
Oh, they're aware of it. That's the main thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
if
that's
you're
right.
aware of
Yeah,
it and take that
100%.
chance, then
So-
that's the chance.
you know, we're lucky. You know, all the bikes are identical. The three are all identical generations. So one will go on stands for the weekend, and you know, we'll take two spare rear wheels and
Hmm.
another spare front wheel. So
And it's just, I don't know, I think it's been interesting just watching because you kind of hear that people can protest and you don't think it'll ever happen. And then
you
when you
see
actually
it.
see it, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
wow. You
Yeah.
know, and especially in like the 50cc division, come on, you know,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
not even the kids that have a problem. It's
Yeah,
the
the parents are
Mm.
protesting over a swing arm and how long it is. It's, you know,
That's why I like the rule. If anything happens on the track, the junior rider has to go to the purple flag before he leaves the circuit. If he
Yeah.
rides out and comes back out and gets it, it's a no-no. That ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen. The kid has to say, hold on, I feel hard done by, and go and grab it himself.
It
Yeah, I've
stops
seen
the
a few
parents
times
doing
where
that.
the parents have gone, no, go get the flag, that was bullshit. And then as soon as they've done that, the clerk of the course went, no, mate, he left the circuit. That's all you, bud.
yeah. Yeah, some, you know, like I can kind of understand it as they get older, but even
really,
then,
they're
it's like, you
they're
know,
like 9.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's been interesting for us to watch.
Like at 9, I was still playing with dolls, not worried about getting friggin' protested. What was I doing?
tearing the back
9, or
down.
did you say 18 or 9? What'd you say?
Bit both.
Still play with dolls, don't
What are
you?
you doing? Tearing up the front lawn in Dad's car? Yeah, you're 9. Yeah, that'd be about right.
No,
That was bush.
no, she had her own Polaris at that stage.
Yeah.
Geez, lucky you. I was
Dad
lucky
got
I
it
had
wrapped,
bedroom
he
at
got-
that stage.
Dad had an MT-09, and then he surprised me and got my buggy wrapped, so we were matching, and I thought I was the coolest person ever. I thought that I had the best dad,
What color was it, Kels?
orange.
What do you mean? You still got the best dad.
No, I
That's all right, mate. I'll
KTM
help you, brother. I got
KTM
ya.
orange from the get-go. KTM through and through.
Yeah.
Only Yamaha I've ever owned was a bloody Pee-wee.
And
And that's
that's
how
probably
it
the
will
best time of
stay.
your life.
Mm.
Yeah, well, we had to take the training wheels off it just to slow her down.
Didn't you
Didn't
catch how
work.
she
That didn't
pronounced
work.
it? Tom? Didn't you catch how she pronounced it?
What, Yamaha?
No, bloody peewee.
Bloody peewee,
Not an
yeah.
awesome peewee. She hates the. She
Yeah, that
hates
was
blue.
ridden around in the backyard and at the farm most of the time.
Yeah, Kelsey won't even eat blueberries.
No, exactly right.
No, eat them up there, spit them out.
Doesn't even like blue M&Ms. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Chuck
yeah.
those ones in the bin.
Oh,
I think-
I used to-
Hold on,
when
where's
Daniel
the
and I
mute
first-
button on it? Where's the mute button?
When Daniel and I first started dating, I had this blue jumper that I used to wear all the time, but as soon as we started dating, I refused to wear it because it was Yamaha blue, and I refused to wear it in case he would say something. I haven't worn it since we started dating, and if I have,
Oh, wow.
he didn't know that I wore it because I just in case.
Yeah, you've ridden my bike maybe once, I know, 100%, and maybe twice, and both times you popped off and gone, I hate him.
Yeah. No, I've ridden yours, I've
No,
ridden Adrian's, and
no,
I've ridden Daniel's. And
Yeah,
I've
not
hated
trying to
all
hurt my
3.
feelings. I understand
No.
that.
No,
But, you know.
I just don't. I can't ride them.
Yeah.
They feel shit. Like, if
Oh,
I'm
mate,
honest,
Darcy,
no,
if she doesn't know,
the
she doesn't know
seat
quality.
feels
She doesn't know
weird.
quality. You can't knock
No,
her for that.
the seat genuinely feels so weird. Like, I just feel uncomfortable when I sit on it. I'm like, ooh.
I actually hopped on a Honda and felt like that.
Yes,
I don't
well,
know if it was just that Honda, but it felt really high at the front, the way the bars were, and it wasn't a tall
the
rider or
Yamaha
anything.
ones feel like weird. Low,
How does it
Well,
low. I feel like I'm like that. Like,
go?
it just felt so awkward.
You
And
know,
I'm
she's just brutally honest, aren't you, Kels?
Yeah, at least you
No,
know me
hey,
saying,
mate.
give me a bike and I ride, I'm like, that shit. Oh, it's really good.
Hey, she likes riding Tic Tacs. That's all good with me.
Hey, at least I win on the Tic Tacs.
That's exactly right. Hey, I win on my bike sometimes.
Are you the
So,
only one in
um,
that race?
I saw you lent your bike out. Oh, what was that? Was
I didn't
someone
hear
else in the
that.
race?
I missed that altogether.
Oh, yeah, you were. I think she knocked you out cold with that one, Tom. That's
I
why
don't
you
know,
didn't know it.
hopefully.
No, I won't repeat that. You can go back
Yeah.
and watch it. That was
But
mean. I'm sorry.
wasn't
Tom.
it only, were you
No,
the
throw
only
it
one
out
in the
there. Come
race?
on.
I think that's what it was.
I asked if you were the only one in that race.
Probably, yeah. It'll probably still come second. That's how good I am.
Mate, it's too late for a bounce back. You got debt.
I didn't even hear it the first time, so how can I
You were
bounce
knocked
back?
out, mate. You were knocked out. Don't try to come back from that.
Oh, at least we
Yeah,
still got fucking Broadwood.
Well, that's right. I heard you guys all have little halos over your head now to Tom. He's forever in your debt. You
Yeah,
got him
they're
out in a bit of
my saving angels, we could call that.
Hey,
Other
I
than that,
didn't
I'd
do
probably-
much. I sat on my rock and just, I was a supervisor. I didn't do much.
I didn't do much. I just sank piss and started laughing with you. You, Kirsty,
And got
Daniel,
yelled
like-
at when you had to go and turn the key.
Yeah, that's right. And with
Do you
Dad and
know
Rod,
the
we're
worst
doing
thing,
everything.
though? You know how small Kilmore is, Darcy? I actually took the wrong turn and
What do you mean?
I got lost.
How do you get lost?
Tom's dad on some scenic tour of Kilmore.
Oh, hello.
How do you get lost in Kilmore?
Well, I just turned too early, so
Bloody hell.
that's all right.
That's all right. Well, that's a bit of, since you were making confessions, I got lost on my way back to Broadford from Griffith when I was going to practice day the next day at Broadford. And I was meant to turn right to go into Broadford, and I turned left. The next minute we're going up these hills, and I'm
But
going,
did you have Google Maps on?
no, I think I'd already cracked the shits with Google Maps.
See, that makes it even worse for me because I had Google Maps on and I just ignored it. Anyway.
Okay.
And then
That's
went,
what
"Oh."
we're thinking. Where the
Yeah, I
hell's
was
this
trying to
lady
help you
taking
out,
me?
Kirsty.
This is the end.
Yeah, we just did one big loop and ended up back where we started. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Oh, it's great. No, like I said, it was one of the previous pods. So thank you for hanging around and trying to get that thing fired up for us. And funnily enough, everything we did had nothing to do with what the reason was why it wouldn't start. And yeah, I
Just
think
wasted time.
well, hey,
Funny.
I thought it was fun. I just sat there and listened to Yankee Steve and Dad talk about the good old days. But at least I got to hang out with someone roundabouts my age and talk some shit. But no, thank you so much for hanging around and yeah, trying to get it started with us. And yeah, we really do appreciate it. And we'll definitely buy you a beer when we're up at Brizzy next weekend.
Who was
Dad
around
doesn't
your
drink
age?
beer.
Or Coke, that's right. I've got to buy him a case of Coke. Is it Coke
What, you
Zero
know-
or is it
It's got one here.
it's the caffeine free one too. Jeez. You
No,
might
no,
as well
you're-
drink
Coke
water.
Zero. Coke Zero.
Hey, you're
'cause
off the grog,
he's
Rod.
convinced it's just so much healthier.
Oh, 100% it is. I can't pronounce the sugar substitute that's in that. It's like phenylalanine or go on. See if one of you can pronounce it. Phenylalanine.
Can you even find it, Kels?
Oh my god.
Yeah, try and pronounce that.
Phenylalanine.
Yeah.
Can you hold it up to the camera? Can you hold it up to the camera? Let's all have a crack.
It's PHELYLALINE or something shit like that.
PHENYLALANINE.
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 Come on,
Phenylalanine.
Kirsty's got serious. She's put her glasses on.
I can't see it otherwise.
Let's have a look.
Whatever
and
it
I
is,
will be trying to pronounce
apparently it's an amino acid, and amino acids meant to be good for muscle recovery. I think it is. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why Rod's got some guns going on there.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is I still can't read it with my glasses on.
Blind. I've got no hope. These two are both bloody blind.
I heard someone say it once, and I swear they called me. I thought I got insulted first time, and then I read it out. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't pronounce freaking that. If someone else can, leave it in the comments. Not that it's going to help.
Yeah.
You just have 50 people commenting just that word.
It isn't going to help at all, Tom. Especially if I try to spell it.
No, we get them on the podcast. Just make a podcast of people trying to pronounce it.
Oh,
Actually,
mate,
there you go.
Give
There we
do
go.
a giveaway for
Producer
the
in the
winner.
making here. Yeah,
Give-
producer in the
give a
making. Good
title
idea.
winner.
I like that one.
And if Coca-Cola would like to give us some money, we're
Love
happy.
it.
We're happy to take it.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
they're
on,
short of a
Coca-Cola.
quid.
Give the whole industry a couple mil, that would be good.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then you can give the Jensens a bit of change as well. That'd be good.
Moving thing.
I wanted to know, actually, did the whole family go up to Bathurst in the Vito, and then did you stay in a cabin or something, or?
We stayed at the caravan park, so
Oh yeah.
NRMA in Bathurst with the Leonettis. So it was a bit of a. We stayed in a different cabin to last year, so it was a bit of a headache trying to get the trailer in there. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So we're backing it in on all kinds of angles.
I found it. You ready? Do you hear that?
You did it loud the first time without trying. How did you make it so loud? I thought it
Like
was
I
in the
freaking
Jensen's
know that. I
house.
just pressed the button and she started screaming at me.
I thought there was going to be a little Asian lady running in behind Kirsty.
If you called 1-800 something,
Yeah, you could have waited until we'd finished the pod.
I did.
at least stop
no, fuck
recording.
that.
Jesus,
I sat here
mate.
for 20 minutes trying to find out if it was Mick Hatches or Mike Doolin. What are you on about?
Yeah, I
Mick
tell you
Doolin.
what, guys,
Cool.
he's a loose cannon. Sometimes I second guess my judgment. I mean, what the hell have I done here?
Oh, I don't
Between
know.
him and Luke Goff, there's some of the messages I've been receiving.
Oh, man, we're going to get coffee on again. That was an absolute piss up.
Yeah. All right, so
I've
what's
got it.
Oh, come on. Enough of the fucking Coke word.
Phenylalanine. That sounds like.
She's
I'm not
telling
even
you
gonna say
it,
what that
and you
sounds
still
like.
can't figure it out.
Yeah,
We're
that's
moving
right.
on. This is a racing pod.
It's probably a New Zealand name.
Oh, then it's fuckafalanamine.
Fucking pony.
You're pronouncing it all wrong. The P's
and it's happened again. It's happened again, Darcy.
Yeah.
You've got us on, and it just descends into chaos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's all good. I was going to ask you, what is the next race meeting on your card after the Aussies?
Either Albury, Broadford, or Mildura, probably whichever's on first. I think.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because Brisbane's, is that the 5th? If I got the dates
next
right?
weekend.
Yeah,
4th
and then
5th.
I think Albury's the 12th, and the Harley Club days got moved around, didn't they? There was a couple of events and they got moved, so that was what I was going to go to. But hopefully, I'll go up to Albury on the 12th. We'll see.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I'm
not coming to Brisbane. You never know. I could book a
just
last
book a
minute
sneaky
flight,
flight.
couldn't I? Yeah, not come and race. I'll just come and film you and make sure we've got the evidence.
There were plenty
definitely.
of seats left on our flight.
Yeah, right.
So
look at him, it's ticking in his head now. He's like,
it is ticking, yeah.
shut this
There's dead
podcast
air.
down and start booking.
There's dead air because there's nothing in there. But anyway, it was just a Homer Simpson moment.
It's nothing in there.
You're right, Rod. It's gone to shit, isn't it? So maybe should we wrap it up now? It's fantastic having you on, and I'm really proud of you, Kelsey. Just
Thanks.
because you're not on the Claver team this year doesn't mean that we're not there for you and that we don't. Don't. I was going to say root for you, but I'm going to say cheer for you. It's a choice of words.
Support you.
But support you, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really proud of what you've done in the last couple of years, and especially in the last 6 months. I think it's just any time now it will be celebrating an Aussie title, and And if
Yep.
not, we'll
Hopefully
be
next
supporting you
weekend we'll celebrate without Darcy.
Yeah, we'll be supporting you along the journey anyway, in whichever way we can, whether it's
Thank you.
Sunday
the
night
shits and
could be really
giggles.
messy.
Yeah, I think
I meant to go back to Toowoomba Sunday night, but I think I might stay in
I
Brisbane for
might
3
have
more
to drive.
days.
I might have to fly up just to drive you and
Just for
Adrian home.
Sunday?
Will I? Yeah,
Oh yeah, you might have to.
I
Chauffeur.
actually like that drive. It was good. Yeah, it's a good drive.
What's
And
that
you
for
can
you,
also
right? Is that what 18-hour drive?
18.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's all right.
wow, that's what Google tells you.
Yeah, what it ends up being, although they might
15.
shave a bit of time off. Both a bit of lead foots, you two. Sorry.
Yeah, but lead footing doesn't get you through the traffic. There's roadworks. Well, there was roadworks, and I got told that there's always roadworks up by the theme parks and stuff. And
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
only way you can go through, isn't it? Can you bypass that? You probably could, but
Don't think
yeah,
so,
I don't
no.
know. But yeah,
You might be
hopefully
able
you
to go
don't hit
around the
that
back
and
of it, but I don't know how much quicker it'd be.
yeah, the
probably not that
smooth
much.
sailing.
Mm.
But on the way home, you can make a pub crawl. You can stop in every town and go to
No.
Shit, you'd be
pub.
pissed before you left
You,
That
Brisbane.
would be.
you haven't met Adrian Leonetti. When he is like the dog that wants to get home, pulling on the
Yeah.
lead.
Actually,
Oh, right.
It's
you're not wrong. I have seen
He's on
that.
a mission.
He's on a mission to
Yeah.
get home. He likes
We-
to get home.
We heard bye boys at Ogun, and that was like at 6:45 in the morning. It's like we only went to bed a few hours ago. What the hell are you
Yeah.
doing?
Where was that?
Oh, yeah.
That was at
Oh, yeah.
Ogun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like that. Yeah, straight up and home. Yeah.
No, that's average.
That-
We left at what, 6 from Bathurst?
Bathurst on the Sunday. We left at 6.
Barley Ranch
Yeah.
was probably about the same, probably a bit earlier. 5, 6.
It was real early because we hit Sydney at peak hour, like
Oh, lovely.
But like morning
7
time.
like 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning we hit Sydney, and that was interesting.
What, on Sunday, or are you talking
Monday.
last time?
On
you
the
were
Monday.
away?
Morning. So you got all the
Oh,
people
yeah.
going to work.
Yeah. That's always a shit fight. And that's Western Sydney too. That's not even in the guts of the city. You would have been coming in my joint. Or out
Yeah.
that way anyways.
Yeah, and then there was a wrong exit in the tunnel, and then that was just a catastrophic disaster.
Ended up in the middle of suburbia somewhere, trying to turn the trailer around in a
In a tiny
Now
little
we're-
street.
Nice.
Now we're talking about road trips. I love
Yeah.
it. Listen,
Hey,
that's the
other
real.
than that, it was smooth sailing, and the fact that
That's the real
indicators
stuff
didn't
that
work on the
happens.
trailer, but other than that, it was fine.
Oh, but there's a lot of accidents on that Hume though.
yeah.
One
Oh, yeah.
We
Well,
saw
I'm not-
one really bad one.
One that really affected me on the drive up, Dad goes, "You're driving like a dickhead." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Because we drove past these people. It was just past, where's Hadley? Holbrook.
Mm.
It was at Holbrook. Apparently the fog,
Oh, yeah.
like it's notorious there for crashes. And there was a guy on the cruiser and they've had to cut the whole top off. Like, he's
Oh,
gone in, Ozpost truck is coming out, obviously, of like the truck stop. He's not seen him because of the fog and just straightened into the back, like, 110 Ks.
Yeah.
And
so
he
is
had
that
like,
just off the freeway there, or just
no,
yeah,
that was
just
on the freeway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so he had like 3 kelpies in the back, so that just sent me into
Oh, yeah.
orbit,
Yeah,
freaking out. I was
shit.
crying for like an hour over it because I was worried about the bloody dog.
Yeah, she's more worried about animals than people.
Yeah,
and
screw
they-
the guys. The
But
puppies
they
are
were
right.
just like the people, and they were alive, but like they were just, nothing, just not there at all, completely in shock. But
It would be,
I
yeah.
was so
Holbrook's,
stressed about the dogs.
it does get really foggy through there.
Yeah.
We usually go into the town because they've got a pretty good bakery and a good Chinese place in there.
Of
Oh, you don't
course
go
you
for
know
the
that.
submarine?
Sorry,
Don't go for the submarine?
the submarine's
They
pretty
have a
cool.
submarine
Yeah,
in the middle of the street.
yeah. There's
Well,
a
that's a
submarine.
submarine in Holbrook. There hasn't ever been water there. I think it's about 500 miles from water. How they get it there?
I don't know.
There is a Tom. When you're driving down with Goffy, you can stop in there and have a look. There is a plaque that will tell you everything. I can't remember any of it. I have read it about 5 times, and I know none of the facts on it. It was some guy, some captain, something. and they brought it to Holbrook. I can't remember the connections, but
Do you remember our road
it's
trip to
pretty cool.
Forbes, Darcy, in the Delica?
Yeah, bits of it, yeah. I remember bits of it. Yeah, I was a bit. Was Brendan was driving, wasn't he? 'Cause I had
Brendan was
my
driving.
arm
He had you
in a
was it
sling.
broken collarbone or something?
No, it was
Shoulder? Something.
it was what's that infection called?
Staff.
Oh, the staff.
Staph, the golden
Yeah.
staph.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was that one. I'm pretty sure it was when I broke my wrist. I can't remember.
No, I think it was the stuff. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Why did you enjoy that? Did you being in the back and that
I was in,
plank of a seat?
I was sat in the middle of Taylor Borkman and Sky. And Sky, can I just say, when she's asleep, she's lounged all over the place. I think 90% of the trip, so 1 minute we were all talking, and then the next minute I've got Sky half asleep, like lounging over me.
Yeah,
So I
did you
said
hear
to
me?
her, and then on the drive home, I said I did not being in the middle, and Sky goes to me, "Oh, why not? You're the smallest." And I'm like, "I'm not going in the middle." And I think you
Yeah, I
ended up
remember
being
that.
in the middle on the drive home, didn't you? It was either you or Sky, I can't remember. But
Guy falls asleep straight away as well.
I know, and then
Just-
I was trying to sleep, and as soon as I try and sleep, everyone would be awake talking again. I'm like, damn it, missed my opportunity.
I'm glad you're backing me up on that because she offered to drive, and as she was offering to drive, she went to sleep. I'll drive for you, Dad. And I turned around, she's like that against the window. And I'm like, well,
See,
I don't
I'm
think
the
you will
complete
be.
opposite. I really
It's not gonna
struggle to
happen.
sleep in cars. Really
Can.
struggle with it. Yeah.
Oh,
As
right.
soon as no matter what time in the morning it is, as soon as I'm awake, give me 10 minutes and I'm pinging. Like, give me 10 minutes and you are not going to sleep around me.
Probably wouldn't say pinging, but anyway.
Politically incorrect. Sorry.
Well, I'm pretty sure she got drug tested at one of the
At all-
title
And all
meetings.
honestly, guys,
Maybe if officials hear this, it might be a bit more often.
yeah, hey.
Yeah, no, we know you don't take any sports enhancers. You're just a natural bullet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd hope so.
Were you rolling your eyes at me then, Kelsey? I couldn't tell because you're on the little screen.
No, I promise I wasn't.
Yeah, awesome. So it sounds like you're going to have it sounds like you're still going to do plenty of racing this year anyway. Just
more in Victoria, not travelling as much,
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. Going to Brizzy's a pretty big trip. Bathurst's pretty big. The Queensland one, I would be surprised if any Victorians go there.
It's a 24-hour drive from here.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, I think it's 20 hours or something for us too.
The streets might.
Big hit.
The streets might do it. I don't know if you've talked to them about it, but I'm pretty sure they did it 1 year, years ago. Taylor told me about that. Yeah, but it is a huge trip. So, yeah, like I said, I'd love to be up in Brisbane, but we're going to do that for the AFTN, hopefully. So, sort of can only justify one a year at this stage until, we get some big sponsors.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, guys, you've had your dinner, but I haven't, and my tummy's telling me it's time to go and eat some chow.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for
coming
mate.
on.
Sorry for making you scoff your tea down before you came on. What did
No,
you have?
I completely not gonna lie. I was running back and forth to the supermarket getting stuff for tea. I've got home. I've looked at time. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
I said, hurry up! I've got 20 minutes. Hurry up!
So what did you have in the end?
Lamb chops and Cajun potatoes. Very good. Very, very good.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds all right. So that's you watch all the young lady racers are going to be eating lamb chops and potatoes now.
Hey, I eat well. I eat very, very well.
Looking for that edge. Yeah, looking at you, no one would think that, but I believe that I've seen you. You can shovel it away. Yeah.
Oh, I do.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for coming on another episode of the Clover Flat Track Pod. And looking forward to seeing you guys again soon, real soon. And thanks, Tom. Enjoy work tonight.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
What time do you start?
Yeah, in about 15 minutes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Are you actually there or are you at home?
No, I'm at home. I've only got to go down the road. It's not that far.
Oh, that's
I said to him
I'll
I'll be there between 9 and 9:30, and he's like, yeah, whenever, it's all good.
So
I'm
you'll
not-
slam a couple cans in between you getting from home to work.
No, unfortunately, he's got a HR manager that doesn't really like me. So as soon as I walk in, the breathalyzer comes out. He deserves a bit of an uppercut, but no, it's all right. I'll go in there and I'll bludge all night long, make it look like I'm doing something.
Yeah, nice. Sounds good. All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
thanks so much. Keep it
Thank
sideways.
you.
Till next time, go Flat Tracker.
Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go.